Alright, Mac5200, the Makita compressor. I'm sure if you're watching a 1-year ownership review, then you'll already know the specs on the compressor and everything. I have another video that talks all about it if you want to see that. Check it out, it'll be here or there, wherever they end up putting it. 1-year ownership. It has not failed to do anything. I've used big giant XT, what is this, the Earthquake XT. Taking off some pretty hardcore bolts with it. Used this 3/8 unit quite extensively while doing the restoration on my truck. And it is a beast. It will keep the 3/8 going constantly. The larger unit set on full tilt will bog it down after maybe 10 seconds or so, but that's to be expected from something with a tiny little, what is this, 5.2 gallon tank. It's still holding up. One thing that could be noted, I've had this thing sitting here dormant for a couple of months, haven't used it since the last time I used it on my truck, and it's still holding over 100 psi in the tank. Ton of pressure left. It doesn't leak internally, obviously. Tank doesn't leak or anything like that. For the price, it's actually on sale right now for $350. I paid a little bit more than that, not much. So for around $400 out the door somewhere, you could get this compressor. Picking it up is not easy. I've got a bad back. I wouldn't suggest it for somebody with a bad back unless you know that ahead of time, that you're gonna have trouble getting it in the back of a truck. If you don't have any back issues and you're over 150 pounds, you can pick the thing up and put it in the truck, no problem. I'm 6'3", 220 and still have trouble because of my back. But I can do it without hurting myself. That needs to be noted. So it's not the most portable, but once it's in place somewhere at the house that you're gonna be using it at, or at the job site you're gonna be using it at, it's a breeze. It does fold down and renders itself to be fairly easily moved up into the truck. So you're not in any weird position. You can actually reach, get your legs around it and pick up with your legs if you need to, so that's good. I really have no complaints. 1 year in, no complaints whatsoever. I'm not a heavy contractor, I'm not using this daily, but when I do use it, I put it to heavy use in the sense that I put it to its maximum capacities. I needed something that was going to be able to run a paint gun for, painting a car, crushing a crush sleeve on a rear axle, taking off, frame mounting bolts and drivetrain bolts and things of that nature. No problems whatsoever doing that, none. Matter of fact, this thing will destroy any bolt you put it to if you've got it set to the wrong way. From experience, it'll snap the head right off. I can't really think of much else to say other than that. I mean, it's robust, it works well, it's overpowered as far as 3 horsepower for a 5.2 gallon tank. It really, I can't imagine it not putting out the 6.5 CFM at 90 that it claims. And the tools that I've used it with, they call for that much air to be used, and they weren't giving me any trouble, using them. People say about this Earthquake XT, if you don't supply it enough air, on full tilt, you're not really gonna be able to use it. Well, I had no problems. So, does everything I needed to do. So if you're on the fence about buying this, one thing I can tell you is I did a lot of research before I bought it. And for the money, for $350, you will not find a higher CFM at 90. In fact, you won't get anywhere near it. You'll be down in the 4s. And even if you went to, one of the smaller stores that sells like Harbor Freight. If you went to Harbor Freight and bought their $350 compressor, you did the exact same amount of money at a Harbor Freight and you'd expect to get a whole lot more for it, right? No, not the case. This one still outperforms it. bang for the buck. I don't know how they did it with this thing, but for 350 bucks, you honestly will not find a better compressor. So, I mean, that's my opinion, but look around. Obviously, you're here watching this video. I think you probably agree, and I'm telling you, after a year of owning it, you're right. Go ahead and pick it up. Anyway, thanks guys, but we'll holler at you then. Y'all have a good day. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm gonna actually start asking for that stuff now because, you know, it's cool if you do that. Anyway, have a great day.